sing of your mercy that leads me through valleys of sorrow to rivers of joy. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is another episode of Living Proof. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's a little bit more sensitive and it's kind of hard to talk about. I really don't like talking about the subject, but I feel that it needs to be talked about just because it's kind of a big issue. So today I'm going to be talking about like how to stop and intervene yourself with like a suicidal situation, or just kind of putting yourself out there to others, to, like, say if you're in the military, other soldiers, or even if you're a civilian, go out there and just kind of monitor how your family or coworkers are acting. So I keep hitting this fucking table. So one thing I want to talk about is training yourself how to notice suicidal tendencies and how to kind of watch over your soldiers. Say if you're in leadership, and to just basically see, like, they're your kids. You got to watch over all of them, make sure that one's not just kind of staying off the corner by himself, or one is you go into their barracks room for a barracks room check, and you go in there, bunch of chemicals to make a bomb. That's really, you would know. You'd want to know, but just being very observant with your soldiers, and knowing their personalities is a big fucking thing, especially me, because when I was a team leader, I'd want to know pretty much all my soldiers, and how, like, their background, their family history, and why they wanted to join, and stuff like that. Just know, like, a better understanding of where they came from, so that way I could change my change my ways of talking to that person in a certain way to each soldier, so that way I'm not going a certain way with a soldier that's thinking in a negative way. I'm trying to get a little bit more emotional with this, from a soldier and a civilian side for this. Just more emotions in this. I don't want to be like to the book and to the standard of how to deal with this. I want to go into pretty good detail about this certain topics. So you want to train yourself of how to look to certain soldiers and how they react, and how to look out for suicidal tendencies. You want to train yourself in that, so that way, if you run across a soldier that's acting a little abnormal, he wants to hang out by himself, he just kind of, he's quiet and he's really angry or whatever, you want to take that into effect and you want to talk to him about that, So, one of the things is, talking to this individual that is suffering, or is going through a certain issue, and approaching this individual is probably key to the whole thing. I don't care how you think of it, but going up to this person and asking him how he's doing, or how his family's doing, is key, because you don't want to go too aggressive. You want to be like, hey, are you feeling about killing yourself? Are you thinking about killing yourself? Are you sure? Doing that. You don't want to be too aggressive, because then they're going to be like, no, I don't feel like that at all, But you want to kind of come in lighthearted. You want to ask about their family, and, if they're married, ask about their wife, the kids, or whatever, so that way, they open up, and they're a little bit lightened to what you want to talk about. And if it gets, and, say if you really get into it, and the soldier's opening up to you about this, how he has family problems or marriage problems, go ahead and take that next step and assist them for whatever whatever the problem is. You don't ever want to leave them hanging. Don't leave them hanging, period. It's that's a big no-no. So, like, say if they're struggling with marriage counseling, send them to a counselor on post, ACS, Army Community Services. Go send them there to talk to a counselor with him and his wife, or actually no, both, because if you think about it, marriage is it's not 50-50, it's 100-100. Okay, so if one's struggling with the other thing, you better be there fucking with her. Or if that dude is struggling with something, that lady better be fucking with him. Or say if the soldier is dealing with, he's young, he's not married, doesn't have the kids, and he's dealing with like parental issues to where the parents can't survive without the soldier. So like he's got to provide like say $300-400 a month. And he's really suffering because, he's providing for himself and he's also providing for his family. And so that's going to be a big stressor for this soldier. And you just kind of slowly dissect what he's saying, dissect of how he's feeling, and then move from there. That's kind of a big issue with these soldiers' emotions. So yeah, and another thing is too, I know I've seen a lot of leaders talk to soldiers about their problems, or trying to have a discussion with their problems, and the leader goes off in his own little tangent about his experiences, and the soldier's like, well, I mean, I'm kind of the problem here, so I'm not a problem, but I kind of have a problem here, so I mean, you're just going to talk about yourself, That's, as a leader, you don't want to do that. You really want to pay attention to what your soldier has to say and his concerns, his issues, so that way you can mitigate the problem. You can squash that shit right away and be understanding, and then place him in a situation that can help him move forward, and that's a big thing, especially with now these soldiers nowadays, because they come from a broken family that haven't taught them or taught these their children how to handle everyday life. They're never taught them how to pay bills, manage a family. That's a big fucking thing. It really is. And it's sad that some of these kids come out from high school right into Army basic training and to get to the unit, and we have to basically baby them. We have to show them how to pay a bill, how to write a fucking check, not to extend a fucking credit card. It's sad, but if you want, I mean, I don't know. That it just comes with being a great leader and knowing what you're talking about. I'm making this a part 2, but for right now, I'm kind of making this short. Yeah, I really hope this video helps you guys out. Because I when I was a team leader, I really did have anxiety over my soldiers because I wanted nothing but the best for them, and I was scared for them, especially when I was deployed as a team leader. Anytime we went out on missions, I had this little sense of panic with me. Like I'm not Mother Goose. I want to protect my ducklings. You know what I'm saying? So it was an easy job, but anyways. Yeah, part 2 is coming up. Thank you guys. Subscribe, post comments. Love you guys.